Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I am Stacy Best Nervous, the brand educator for SkinScript, and today's workshop is Be Your Client's Concierge. So, we are looking at our consultation all the way to checkout, and here we are going to take a closer look at how we approach our clients. So, we're really looking at ways to make our client interactions more valuable, whether that's with reaching sales goals and of course, most importantly, our client skin goals. So, we are going to focus on ways to enhance our client experience. So, we want to make sure we're getting the most of our back bar. So, you all might be sitting on a few products like, man, how can I incorporate this and really enhance my client experience? Well, we're going to talk about that today, about effective ways that you can use SkinScript in your back bar, as well as how you can incorporate retail products within your service, as well as helping to ensure your clients purchase those so they can make some changes within their home care. We're also going to look at setting sales and booking goals and just really how this should be important for all of us as we go about our day-to-day business within our practices. And all of this we want to sum up on how you can create some really good client loyalty. Okay, so now we are going to go into setting goals. So, in the chat, I want you all to drop some hearts if you are currently setting business goals for yourself. I'm seeing a few little hearts popping up there. And I'm sure some of you might think setting goals for yourself can be a bit intimidating, right? You have to keep yourself accountable for making sure you're able to reach those goals or even pivoting when something's not going right. Well, setting goals is not supposed to be a daunting task. Setting goals are really important when it comes to our business within skincare. Goals help us drive towards success, and they are also very motivating to make sure that we can actually do actionable choices and create really good plans when it comes to our business. It is really important to set SMART goals. I don't know if you guys remember that back in school or if you ever took any type of business courses, but a SMART goal is something that is specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, relevant, and timely. So when you think of it, if you have a goal, most of us say, I want to get new clients. Well, that is not a SMART goal because it's not specific. We're not stating how we're going to measure it, how we're able to attain that goal. So we really want to be very specific. So here's an example here. Like I mentioned, all of us probably have a goal of increasing our clients. So let's look at our client outreach. Maybe we look at this goal, like that first example, I want new clients. When we start thinking about how to make that more specific and measurable, let's say I want 5 new clients. Well, are these new clients that I'm looking to market towards? Or are we looking at retaining clients? Maybe we get a lot of clients, new clients who are coming in week to week, but maybe in the following month, we're not seeing those clients roll over and booking a new appointment. So, this really helps us nail down the type of goals we truly have. So, for example, your client outreach goal could be to increase the number of clients who book follow up appointments. We want to make this timely and measurable. So, we'll look at all of these clients within the next quarter. And if they did not book based off some systems we already have in place, then we will take the additional step to do a follow up call. So, this is something that is a SMART goal. It's something that's specific, measurable, it's attainable, and it's relevant. Because remember, our purpose is retaining those clients. We also have some examples for retail sales. So drop some stars in there if you have some retail sales goals. Maybe you have a specific dollar amount or certain products that you're trying to get your clients to partake in with their home care. Here's a great example of one is increasing the number of retail sales for the month of November by recommending clients 1 to 2 products that assist with their skin concern at checkout. This is something that you are keeping relevant every time you're checking out your client. You're offering them or educating them and recommending 2 products that you've already discussed with them at the end of their appointment time. So these are just a couple of ways that we can set goals. Now, these are just a few examples of client outreach, retail sales, but this can be any type of goal that you set for your business. This also will help you to start thinking of the next quarter. So we're only got 2 more months, if you can believe it, for 2025. So hopefully you can take some of this for next year's planning. Now, as we get into the treatment, a lot of the ways we feel we can enhance client loyalty, enhance that client experience comes within the treatment. So let's talk about our consultation. Sometimes we think we have to go straight into our exfoliation, having a great treatment mask, but really your consultation is going to be the first place you can really help to get that client loyalty. This typically is going to be the first encounter you will have with your clients where you are able to talk to them about their skin concerns. You can share with them about the different services, different treatments, different products that you have available to assist them with their goals. So, your consultation is extremely important. Not only is this a chance for you to review your clients' medical history, their goals, their expectations for services. This is also your opportunity to create tailored, customized treatments for them, to tailor their home care plan. All of these, which are successful in partnering with your clients in reaching their skin goals. Now, if I asked any of you out here about how long your consultations are, they might vary. Some of you might incorporate your consultations within a service, and maybe it's 5 to 10 minutes. Others offer maybe a standalone conversation, which is their consultation, which can be anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. Now, that is all going to vary based off of your business and the type of setting that you have or want to offer to your clients. But please ensure that you have enough time to discuss your client's lifestyle, what type of work they do, their health, and again, their skin goals. This is all very important information that really is going to direct you on what you can and can't do in the treatment room, as well as how long it might take for your clients to achieve their goals when working with you as their skincare professional. If you are also looking at some great treatment plans, this is a great way just to, again, get that client loyalty because you can provide your clients after the consultation your plan that you have for them to reaching some goals with hyperpigmentation or helping to manage maybe drier skin that they have. So, again, this is a great option where you're able to really create that stamp of loyalty. When we talk about concierge, again, thinking about what all you can provide as well as how you can enhance your client's needs here. Let's talk about a few different resources that we have. If you all do not have a client intake form already, we actually offer that in our resource center. So if you go onto our website, when you log into your account, you'll see just this little image here with the arrow. If you just click on the person, the drop down, go to your resource center, there will actually be different tabs that have business resources like your client intake forms. We have consent forms. We even have a Fitzpatrick skin type quiz, which is wonderful. I personally use that in my skin consultations. And we also have specific protocols. So we have protocols by skin types that you can follow, as well as some advanced protocols and a few body protocols that you can use to enhance your services. So make sure you check out those resources. That way you're fully prepared. And also take some time if there's additional questions that you want to add into your intake form to just get more information from your client. Remember, it's your business, and you can definitely take care of that and make that change if you'd like. Now we're going into treatments. Let's talk about the treatment room. I know this is where everyone's like, yes, my touch is something that sets me apart. The way I can create a treatment plan is something that can set me apart and really help with my clients and their skin concerns. But let's make sure you are getting the most out of your Skin Script product. So, as a little recap, or in case you didn't know, your enzymes and masks all have a shelf life of a year after opening, except for our lemon zest enzyme. Drop some lemons if you are a fan of lemon zest. It is a beautiful enzyme that is great for drier skin types dealing with hyperpigmentation. She is an amazing enzyme, but she does have a short shelf life. So the lemon zest does have a shorter shelf life of about 2 to 3 months. So we do recommend, if this is a product that you've purchased, and we want to make sure, again, you're getting the most out of this, you want to ensure that you are freezing your lemon zest enzyme. You actually can take your whole container of lemon zest, put it way in the back of your freezer, and just dispense it as you need it. You can also, some pros have done this tip where you can portion it out within some little condiment cups and put them straight into the freezer. Now, when you do this, it does extend the shelf life for about 4 to 6 months. For your other enzymes, refrigeration or freezing is not necessary. You just want to keep them in a cool space within your treatment room. A tip to ensure that you're using your products in a timely manner, you can actually get those little sticky notes or little stickers that you can get from any store in the little office section, and go ahead and put that on top of your enzyme container, just the date, month and date of when you purchased it. It will help you so you can gravitate to some more so you're using it within that time frame. Now, all of the enzymes and masks that come in a 4 ounce container will have an average amount of about 16 applications per container. So if you find that you have a little bit less of those applications, make sure you're checking how much you're using. You could be using a little too much. And I know myself, sometimes I could be a little heavy handed when it comes with the amount of product I use. For instance, when we get to serums, I love serums. So anytime we're doing a class or talking about it, you'll see me do an extra pump of serum. But when it comes to your enzyme and mask, make sure you're using just a thin, even application. This will let your products last a bit longer. And again, ensure you can get closer to that 16 or more applications. Also, we want to make sure that you are choosing the correct enzyme that's best for your client. So remember, with our 7 classic enzymes, we do have a tingle factor. A tingle factor helps you to gauge just how comfortable it is going to be for the client and let them know what type of sensation that they should feel. So, for instance, let's just take our lemon zest. This one is about a tingle factor of a 2 to 3. So, this is not very much. They'll feel a slight sensation, but if it happens to be a little bit higher, a little bit lower, this lets you know that sensation, or even if their barrier is prepared or ready for that enzyme. Now, if you all utilize our chemical peels, which if you haven't, definitely check out again our resource in our Learning Center to learn more about our chemical peels. We have five different chemical peels that are available to be utilized. These all have a shelf life of 2 years after opening, with the exception of our pumpkin peel. Our pumpkin peel with 15% lactic. It's like a hybrid peel. It isn't an enzyme base, so that one is going to have 1 year shelf life. But the other four will all be 2 years. So, yes, we love to make sure that we are getting the most use out of our products. So, now we're going to talk a little bit about some more tips when it comes to your treatment room. So, when we are looking at our enzymes within your treatment, again, remember taking the fact that we are playing that concierge. So, we've had a good consultation. We have thought about a few different treatments. Maybe we're already in our mind thinking of some enzymes that will work very nicely for our client's skin. This is a great place to start developing your treatment plans, writing all of this out and providing this to your client as far as what we're going to be tackling for their skin. Your enzymes can be used in a series. So we love creating series at SkinScript. And the reason for that is we want to be able to capture the cellular turnover for our clients. Someone drop in the chat for me. What is the average cellular turnover cycle for our clients when we think about the skin, the amount of days? I'm seeing a few numbers in there. So average will be about 28 to 30 days is that cellular turnover. Typically, when your clients are coming to us, right there, their skin may be a bit compromised. Maybe they haven't been exfoliating as often. So maybe that turnover is a little bit higher. A series will allow us to capture and really help to regulate that cellular turnover closer to that 28 to 30-day time frame. So when you do a series, whether it's your facials or chemical peels, this is all to really help to capture that. Now, you are going to be the decision maker as far as how often you would see your client. But when you create your series of facials or peels, maybe these are weekly or bi weekly types of facials. You can really customize by starting off with our our non acid facials. Think of like your pineapple, pumpkin enzyme, your coconut papaya. These are all ones to start really understanding the client's skin. And we even have our acid enzymes like your lemon, cherry, pomegranate. All of those will add a bit more exfoliation factors for your clients. To really customize them, you can choose to buffer or to boost. When buffering your enzymes, this helps to reduce that tingle factor sensation we spoke about. This is really going to be utilized for your clients who are newer to your services, or maybe they've been doing a couple things at home. Maybe there was some over exfoliation, or maybe they were really active, got a lot of sun exposure. We would choose to buffer to help bring down that tingle sensation so it's not penetrating too much within the client and just making it more comfortable. Let's say your clients are skin is just really responding very well to the enzymes, and maybe we're not ready to go to a full on chemical peel session, but we want to add more exfoliation or more brightening. We can boost our enzyme by adding a half teaspoon or one pump of our lactic peel or glycolic peel. This is a great way, again, to customize and add some variety to your client's treatments while also helping to reach their skin goals. Additionally, with your series, we would recommend you can create a package and you can price it accordingly that includes the home care. So your home care is going to be 80% of what's really going to help drive those results for your clients. So as you're thinking through different packages or maybe even different specials, think about how you can incorporate the products that your clients need and just lump it into a nice package where all the one price that they pay will include everything that they need. So, just a few different options when we're thinking through our treatments. Now, your treatments do not just need to include an enzyme or a chemical peel. We can also look at adding in different modalities here. So, as the skin can accept or need that additional exfoliation, whether it's dermaplaning, microdermabrasion, maybe you offer microneedling, microchannel, nano infusion. The list can go on, but you guys hopefully are getting the idea of how you can really create and customize different treatments for your clients. Now, how many of you all utilize our limited edition seasonal duos? These ones are pretty popular. Drop in your favorite fruit, I guess, down there, cherries, or even some stars for those seasonal duos. These are a great way, again, to add some variety when it comes to your treatment room, maybe a way to market to help to get additional new clients or even some returning clients back into your treatment room. You can promote these as a monthly special. These come with its own protocol that you are able to really just take and start working with your clients based off their skin concerns or skin types. So I would avoid when it comes to promoting monthly specials, as well as when it comes to your treatments with series for your facials or peels. Try to avoid deep discounts. So although it might seem appealing to offer something really discounted to for people to gravitate, remember we're looking at client loyalty and client retention as well. So make sure you just keep those in mind and think of those SMART goals and why you are creating that package or service for your client. But such nice, simple tips that you can take to really elevate within your treatment room. Let's talk about retailing. How many of you are a little nervous when it comes to retailing to your clients? Drop some hearts in there if that happens to be you. Well, we also have some tips here on how you can help to kind of overcome this. One of the biggest tips I have when it comes to retailing and what I see with pros out there, sometimes we feel we are overwhelming our clients, and sometimes we might. Maybe there's several different products that would really work for the client. And at the end of the service, or even during the service, we're talking in detail about all of these. Let's pick a time that would be best to point out a concern as well as provide a recommendation and follow up with that client on the choices or selections that we have for them. So, when it comes to some solutions within your service, while you're doing that skin analysis, so you've already cleansed the skin, you've toned, you're really looking at your client's skin. I want you guys to try this today, this week. Point out one area of concern for the client that they've mentioned, whether that you've gathered that from their consultation or that you're noticing during your skin analysis, and provide a solution. So, for example, well, the weather's changing, your clients are extremely dry or dehydrated, recommending our cucumber hydration toner, mentioning the benefits of this toner and how it can assist them with the concern they have about dryness and dehydration. When you utilize it in the service, mention it again that this is the toner that you're mentioning. Have them take a moment to really see how it feels within their skin. That's all you have to do. And then when they're checking out and we're rebooking, go ahead and mention or present those items. So, for example, some of our top retail products as well, our cucumber hydration toner is like our number one top retailing product, followed by our glycolic and retinol pads. So these ones fly off the shelf anyway, but definitely very simple to add in. And even thinking of your moisturizers or your cleansers, this is a great way of how you can present it without feeling like you're overwhelming your clients. Another way is utilizing your retail products. You can create a really great sensory experience. So, I'm not sure how many of you all use our ageless lip treatments, but they are wonderful. This is a perfect way to end your treatment for your clients. They come in the sense of pomegranate and peppermint. And not only do these help leave a nice hydrating gloss, they really help with addressing fine lines and wrinkles and also give a plumping effect. They are actually a peptide lip treatment. So, really, really nice. This is a great way at the end of your treatment, taking a Q tip and applying a bit of this onto their lips. Your clients are really going to enjoy it. And I promise you, they're going to be asking, "What did you put on my lips?" A great option as well to help to retail as well as to enhance that experience for them. You also want to, if you are able to, mist your cucumber hydration toner. You can do this at the beginning or towards the end of your service. This is a great way to kind of bring a close and an end to your service. And again, they'll get a chance to feel how they can really implement that in their day to day care. So, again, just really, really nice ones. Now we are getting into cooler weather. So if you are interested in also doing some add on treatments or just a way to add again more of that sensory experience for your client, we actually have a couple ways where you can do some hand treatments utilizing the products you already have. So if you have our Golden Honey Nourishing Mask, which is my favorite mask by far, you can actually take a small portion of this and apply in really help to massage this into the hands. This is a great way to help heal chapped, dry hands, and your client's skin is going to feel amazing when it comes to their hands. We do have a protocol for this also within the Resource Center, so check that out. If you already have the Golden Honey Nourishing Mask, great way to add this as a great enhancement for your clients. If you don't have that, we actually have a way you can do this with our moisturizer. We actually would recommend one pump of our barrier balancing moisturizer, also known as the Cactine Balancing Moisturizer. And you're going to do a pump of that with 3 pumps of your Ageless Hydration Serum. You'll do that for each hand. This provides such great slip. You can even do this for a facial massage as well if you need to. So, some really nice ways you can truly use those serums within other ways within your treatment. So, for those of you who are a little nervous about retailing, remember retailing, don't be scared. Please don't be scared. Remember, retailing is not sales. We are not going to be salespersons. If you are feeling like you are more on the salesy side, I recommend just taking a step back and remembering we are educating our clients on these products. We are educating why we feel this product is specifically good for their skin. So remember to take it from a customized and client specific focus. If you're ever feeling like you're getting too salesy, remember, just take a step back and you're educating on your client. So, just a few tips here. We really want you to retail what you love. Typically, you are gravitating to the products either that you're using at home or you're seeing changes while you're using on the client's skin. You really are going to believe in that and love it. And you're going to find it easier to talk and educate about those products. For some products, maybe you don't push as much because you don't know it. Take some time to learn about it. Again, we have some great resources within the Learning Center. If you want to learn more about those ageless lip treatments or you want to learn more about a specific moisturizer, we have some great talking points within our Learning Center and even within your training manual that can really assist you with that. If your clients say no, don't get offended. Don't get discouraged. Again, we are just educating them. Make a note in their chart. It's something that you recommended And no doesn't mean a forever no. It could just be a no, not right now. So, just a few tips, hopefully, to keep you guys encouraged as you retail and educate your clients on products to really help their skin. How many of you all utilize our retail sample program? Drop some stars in the chat if you do. Our retail sample program is a great way, again, just to utilize and get the most out of the products and what you get from SkinScript. So, with every retail item that you purchase, such as a moisturizer or even like your 6.4 ounce cleanser, you will get a free sample. If you purchase the retail back bar, so let's say you purchase the retail back bar of our green tea citrus cleanser or of our ageless hydrating serum, you'll actually get 4 free samples of that product with it. So if you need more samples, these can always be purchased. So you can always go online and purchase them or give us a call. But it's a great way to incorporate this within your treatment room and your consultation. So drop in the chat how you utilize your samples. Do you create little home care routines that you give to your clients? Do you just give them to your clients if you feel it'll be needed for them or as a little perk? Or is it something that you create for their consultation or for a first time facial? Let's see what you guys say. Okay, I'm seeing a couple little answers in here. You can definitely do a few of all of those options there. Definitely don't hoard them for yourself if you're someone who likes to keep a lot of them, but you definitely can. So some really great ways again how we can elevate and really provide just that great customer service for our clients is looking at your samples that you have or that you can acquire. If you are working with your clients in consultation, this is a great way to just have all your little samples for them where they can truly get a full week. Remember, with your samples, they last for on average about 5 days. So your clients can really see a good change within their skin by implementing a new regimen, by trying a few different products that you recommend. Other ways you can use our samples, especially when we talk about networking or even getting additional clients, really marketing for that. If you go to any marketing events, business events, you can even create just your own little skincare packs with your business card. Great way to give out. Now, our samples, the free matching samples, these are only included when you ship directly to you as the pro. So if you are drop shipping to your clients, they do not get samples. If you wanted to purchase samples for them of a product, you can always add that to an order, but those only go when we're shipping directly to the pro. But a great way to incorporate your samples, especially if you have a lot over there, some little gifts, include them now in your consultation, but a great way to make use of those. All right. So, another part of retailing, maybe you don't want to keep a lot of retail on your shelves. You want to have less inventory, especially as we think of some of the ebbs and flows when it comes to clients coming in or even re upping on their products. Drop shipping is a great way to make retailing a bit easier for you. So, in this case, you as a pro have access to purchase products and send them directly to your clients through our SkinScript website. So your client will pay you directly for the product. You just go into SkinScript, choose to drop ship, add their address, and we take care of the rest. Super convenient, great way for you to even sell to people who are not yet your client, especially if you have like an online store for your business. It's a really nice option. If you're like me and like to do some online shopping, I definitely will close a window if shipping happens to be much more than I anticipated. Our shipping is just $7 for any orders that are under $49. Over $49 and your shipping is free and it's very fast, quick shipping. So a great option for you as you're thinking of providing more offering. Don't worry about having a lot of inventory. We'll take care of all that for you. Just offer some drop shipping to your clients. So now we get this question, Stacy. We talked about some tips. I'm thinking of a bunch of things I can implement, but how much should I charge? Well, I wish I could tell you exactly how much to charge, but I can't. And the reason for that, there is a lot that goes into it. Really would recommend make sure to do your research. So, if you haven't already, make sure to create a business plan. This really helps to target who is your ideal client. What in mind when it comes to services do you really want to focus on? What do you want to be known for? And who are your competitors? So we have direct and indirect competitors. Your direct competitor could be maybe the other esthetician pro who's across the suite from you. They're in another salon suite. Maybe they're down the street in a different storefront. Or maybe it's both. Maybe you have some people across from you and some people who are in a storefront down the street. Within our industry, we have a lot of competitors, and not to say that in a bad way, but competitors in a sense of our clients have a lot of options and a lot of places to choose where to get their skincare, help from, education from. So, how exactly are you going to market yourself? All of that comes into your business plan, but it also looks into how much you charge. So, looking at your competitors, seeing their services that they offer, this can really help gauge where you should be at price wise. Of course, you want to make sure that what you are focusing on when it comes to your services is positioned towards your target audience. If you realize, hey, when I look back at my marketing, I've really been positioning a lot of services or pricing that isn't actually aligned to who actually is booking, that is a great way to kind of go back to that first bullet, maybe update your business plan, really update where you want to zone in on and focus on. Your experience does indicate or have some indication on how much you should charge. So this really helps when it comes to like your expertise, your results. A lot of that can help elevate and increase how much you want to charge for certain services. Also, your location. Are you in a small town versus a metropolitan? You definitely can charge more. I would say if you are in a big metro, like maybe like in LA or New York, there's some differences there compared to if you were in a smaller town in a smaller state. So, just those are things to take into consideration. One big thing I feel people miss is your overhead. And what is your true overhead? Let me see. Do I have some question marks? Drop a question mark if you are not sure what your full overhead includes. All right, I'm seeing a couple question marks in there. So, this is your overhead. This is something that people forget often. We sometimes just pick a number off the top of our head of how much we want to charge. And when we at the end of the year, maybe at the end of the week, when we're doing our books, we realize, oh, I actually didn't cover my expenses. So here's some examples of your overhead. So of course your supplies. So we think of our back bar, our enzymes, masks, cleansers, serums, but also look at other items. Your fan brushes, right? What's the lifetime use of your fan brush? How long can you use that fan brush without having to go buy another one? This is something we should calculate and include that as we're trying to think of our expenses and how much we should charge. Same with linens, your sheets, and towels. Now, if you're someone like me, I like to kind of get down in the detail of these things and kind of create my own chart. But there's a lot of different things you can do out there as far as software, even different templates that you can follow if you're a bit overwhelmed. Your consumables, a lot of people forget this. Paying for your gloves, your aesthetic wipes, cotton rounds. If you are doing hand treatments, plastic liners, those are things that are used and generated that should be included in your expenses when it comes to your services. Same with your equipment. This is also something to determine like your lifetime usage. How many uses should you be getting from your microdermabrasion machine or, when you microneedle, as well as your booking software. So think of your supplies, your consumables, all of those go into your service treatment overhead. And from that, you also have how much do you pay rent for your space in your storefront, or are you paying a kind of daily booth rent? All of that goes into it. Do you have to pay utilities? Are those excluded? Your business insurance. Do you have an accountant service that you have to pay for? All of this should be included. You might see over on the side in this little chart human resources. So yes, you. Don't forget you have to pay yourself or how much you like to be paid. All of that should be included as your expenses, and that should give you a good amount of how much more you should be charging for. So, this is just to get your mind working to ensure you're everything that you're putting out that you are getting that value back for how much that you charge. So, we are here to work with you as a team. So, you are not alone. You all hopefully are making some contacts in the chat here, all different ways that we can support you in this journey. So, remember that you always can get your education, your resources that we have with SkinScript. If you need to go back and replay this just to get the wheel spinning again, please do. But your experience, education, as well as your passion really brings all of this together. We, again, are always here to assist you. And hope this was helpful of just different ways that one, you can truly just enhance, whether it be your consultation, help when it comes to your treatment room, really how you can just bring everything together to really be that concierge and be that one stop shop for your client when it comes to skincare. If you all ever have any questions, please know again that we are here to support you. You can contact our customer service team. All of our customer service team are all licensed estheticians. Some of them also have active practices as well. So we can actually speak to you, talk to you Monday through Friday from 8 to 4 p.m. That is Arizona time. You can also email us, but just know if you call us, you'll get the most direct and quickest response from us. But please, please give us a call if you ever have any questions regarding any type of products or any type of client concerns. Thank you so much for joining today. Please be on the lookout for additional listings of our workshops for 2026, as well as our class offerings in person next year for 2026. As always, stay in contact with us and enjoy your day.